You get to be a farmer, you get to be a builder, people can fish and gather together. That's working. That is working. The option, the alternative to work you're offering is working. In what fuck reality universe we live in right now? What you mean the anti-work movement? Okay. Anti-work. Inside the Reddit community calling for the abolition of work. Unemployment for all. Is this what you're talking about? I mean, like, you really want me to seriously explain to you why that's stupid? Fuck it. As the COVID crisis exacerbates and exposes the problematic structure of work, the subreddit r/antiwork are asking, what if the issue with work was work itself? Work itself. You know, humans have needs, right? Humans gotta eat, right? Where do you think that food comes from? I think my music is so fucking loud. Where do you think that music comes from, right? Well, somebody out in the fields goes out there and plants the fucking seeds and plows the field and everything and gets rid of all the pests, and it takes like 6 months, and then he goes and grabs all the food that grew from the field and he harvests it, and then somebody goes and that thing goes to factories, and those factories turn those harvests into food, and then they go to the supermarket, and in the supermarket somebody gives you the food that you need, and then you buy it, right? Okay, every single one of those steps is what you would call work, right? Like, you're working when you're plowing the field, you're working when you're like making the food in the factory, you're working when you're like taking care of the supermarket, the cashier at the supermarket is working, right? How would you be able to eat if work was not a thing? Like, this is stupid. Like, come on, man. I'm not even. This is like beyond fucking communism. This is like so fucking dumb. It's like, you know, at least in like you can come up with very awful. I'm gonna get my music lower a little. You can come up with very awful systems, like very awful things, but you know, at least in the fucking USSR people had to work. This is like something else. Like, let's see what they're trying to say. I don't know if this Hack magazine, they seem pretty left-leaning, but I don't know if they are gonna entertain it. We're gonna see. Work as we know it is slowly but surely killing our collective spirit, and the world we inhabit through working hours have decreased. People find themselves overworked and underpaid in the most affluent countries. That's actually true. The wages are stagnated and inflation is like taking over. That's actually a real issue. Like, the value of labor is going down. Lots of reasons for that. Currently, the national living wage only scratches the surface of supporting the livelihood, this and that. Okay, people don't make a lot of money. Are borderline religious belief in work, known as workism. What's religious about work? I don't get it. Like, why is it a dogma? I just gave you a very logical explanation. If you don't work, you cannot make food, and if you don't make food, you cannot eat. You cannot get clothes. You cannot get houses. Like, how are you gonna survive if you don't work? Even without society, right? If you're like a hunter-gatherer, you're out there hunting. That's work too. Like, I don't know. Maybe they're using the wrong word. I don't know. I'll entertain them. This is funny. As a source of identity, a community operates under a myth of progress. Work can improve the world and our personal lives. Well, yes, that's what it takes to run society. What you gonna do if you cannot? Yet work continues to be poorly distributed. Wage theft is wage theft. I mean, what they mean by this? Like, people get underpaid, debt is normalized, and working conditions are increasingly precarious in the context of the COVID crisis. Work is not working. I like that. So what's the issue with work? The anti-work subreddit is one of the largest online communities attempting to tackle this question. Okay, I'm gonna open this tab right now. Like, I'm gonna check this out. That's gonna be funny. I wanna see what the people are saying. Tackle this question with a following of 235,000 members. 235,000 members are ideologically opposed to working. You know, that's idlers, as they are affectionately known in the group, a wink to the terms Protestant origins. Okay, maybe that's what he meant by religious belief. Like, Calvinism, Protestants really do believe that if you don't work, that even if you are rich, you should work anyway. Like, that is one religious dogma. That is true. Like if they want to give it that spin, that is like a religious idea. That in Protestant society, that is true. Look up Calvinism. They believe that being efficient and diligent and all that is what pleases God. As Catholics, do not really believe that. The one thing is that this is all of Christianism, and I think also Judaism, I'm not sure, is that people do believe, at least in the Bible, I don't know if it's the New Testament or the Old Testament, that a man that doesn't provide for his family has betrayed his faith and is worse than an infidel. That's a passage of the Bible. But, you know, that doesn't mean that you're religiously meant to work. Like, that means that you gotta provide. Like, if you do something that pays the bills and it's not work, like, I don't know, you get a bunch of money, technically, at least in Catholic ideas, that's not a religious mandate. You're not mandated to work. I don't know, I am not a theologist. I haven't read the Bible ever since fucking church school when I was a kid, so what do I really know? Unemployment for all, not just for the rich. I mean, I can come up with... Man, there's a lot of unemployed poor people. Like... You want to see... These are unemployed poor people. It's not just the rich that are unemployed. These people are unemployed. Do you want to be these people? Is this the future you want for yourself? This is not funny. Like, they don't seem to be having a great time. Like, I don't even get it. Like, you don't have to be rich to be unemployed. You just quit your job and be poor. You can be very poor if you're unemployed. Actually, you're gonna be poor if you're unemployed, most likely. According to XBio, offers room for those who wants to end work, are curious about ending work. Okay, I am curious about ending work. Want to get the most of a work-free life. Want to get information on anti-work ideas. Okay, now more complaining about how work is really bad right now, which he has a point. Okay, like, wages are down. There's an economic crisis. That is fair. That is fair. Hidden costs of unemployment. The threat of denying work, which means scrapping benefits prioritized for workers, is what's the threat of denying work? What they mean? That if you don't work, you're not gonna get a job? No shit. Personal safety and income, I don't believe options. I don't believe our only options in life should be to burn into wealth, to work all the time, or to die of starvation or exposure. Like, what do you possibly think is the option to that? Like, you want to tax the rich? Okay, maybe I disagree, maybe I agree, but you know, that's one thing. Where do you think all the food and all the things that you need, all the stuff that you need to survive is gonna come from if these three options are not like a thing, right? Like, if nobody works, who the hell is gonna make those? You're gonna die of starvation and exposure anyway, if you create a system where that's not an option. Do I want to work for other people? No. Do I want to be an entrepreneur? Also no. That's a winner right there. Okay, I think this is just fucking stupid now. Like, I'm not gonna go through this. Like, maybe if there's something funny, I'm gonna check it now. No, fuck. Okay, let's check these people. Let's check what these people want to say. Okay, I opened a bunch of boomers having long resumes before 9/11 and it shows. Holy shit, if I had a nickel every time a fucking boomer ass retiree has told me to beat the streets, I think he meant streets as in the public, and annoy everyone with a resume every day and call them etc etc, I have seriously not slung a fucking resume in decades. They are so out of touch. Try explaining a cover letter to a 50-year-old mechanic who firm handshook himself into a tire job forever ago and has never submitted an online application. Fucking Christ. The absolute existential dread of knowing your application you spent 20 minutes doing up is lost to the fucking either. I mean, this guy cannot even spell. Like, he probably misspelled his fucking application too. And you know, 95% chance the company never acknowledges it exists. That's true, actually. Fuck work apps now and fuck every boomer bullshit stuff. Okay, I think I might be a little shielded. In the sense that I live in a small town and we all know everybody here, and if you are looking for a job, chances are overwhelming that you know somebody in the company that is responsible for hiring. I live in a third world country, by the way, but we got a somewhat booming economy in my little town. We got a bunch of big companies here and stuff, and smaller companies too. And like, when you're looking for a job, everybody knows you in here, and you know those online applications and stuff. Those are not really a thing, but either way, the problem with this approach is, yeah, like back in the day, you could walk into an office and get your resume, and back when the economy was good, and I hate this boomerang narrative in the sense that the economy wasn't always good for previous generations, okay? Like, try getting a job in the fucking 30s or the 70s. Did you ever see a picture of New York in the 70s? It was a fucking shithole, okay? Like, recessions are not like a new thing. And yeah, it's tough to find a job right now, but that's not a generational problem. Like, it's not your fucking old people's fault that you cannot get a fucking job. It's like, I applied for a part-time back position, very frustrated, and all the people call them, follow up, and explain there is no number, basically every job application. Okay, that's like maybe the problem. Like, you're not supposed to look for work on sites. Like, if you wanna, like, you're supposed to network through that. Like, I'm gonna give you a little advice here, and it's like, yeah, like, the people that tell you that, they do not understand how modern big companies work. But the thing is, there's this beautiful fucking site called LinkedIn. Right here. Okay. Here's how you actually apply for a job. I'm gonna have to censor this in the video. I don't want to show my LinkedIn. That was very, very stupid. But the company you want to apply for has an HR person on LinkedIn. And LinkedIn has everything you need to know about that person. Like, you can find their fucking email address. You can even add them and PM them on LinkedIn. you gotta go to find the person that's in charge of hiring, not through the fucking, I don't know what sites you use in America or whatever. Like in Argentina, we use sites that were made here, but I'm sure there's a similar, like there's a lot of sites that have job postings on them, and they are usually done through an agency. You don't want to do that fucking thing, dude. Like you want to work for McDonald's. You don't fucking go to the fucking job posting on a site. You look for the fucking HR guy in the company on LinkedIn because he is fucking there, because that's how people recruit nowadays, like smart people, because you can get a much better information. And you don't just send them a fucking blanket resume like these guys. Like, okay, this is another thing that is true, the out of contact thing. Like, the reason why old people used to send blanket resumes to companies was because you actually had to go to the printers and you had to mass print them and then had a bunch of resumes and send them. Like, it would have been extremely expensive and impractical to go to the printers every time you needed to print a resume for a different company. You know, that's why blanket resumes used to be a thing. We live in the age of the internet. You can edit all the text you want right now. You can delete it. You can change anything. You should be writing a different application for every fucking company. Like you're not supposed to blanket resume. Okay, that is one thing that is out of touch of all people. I'm gonna give the guy the credit. That is one thing that is that this guy's freaking onto something about. But that's it. You gotta go to the people that run the company personally. You can find them really easily on LinkedIn or maybe other sites. I don't know what other sites you use on your countries. I'm sure it's pretty different for everybody. Don't Twitter DM people into jobs. But companies have email address, like internal email addresses of people. You gotta find the internal email address of the guy that's actually in charge of hiring, and you gotta email them directly. Like, you gotta improve your chances, and especially in a recession, you're competing to hundreds of thousands of people for the same jobs. Like, if you do what everybody else is doing, you're not gonna succeed. Okay, let's see another one. Okay, I'm actually surprised. Like, this post is not entirely wrong. Okay, this is not entirely stupid. I was expecting something dumber. Disclaimer: if you're one of the lazy fucking idiots that could have been working but chose the easy money, fuck off. We don't want to. However, if you enjoy the good habit of work and pay, please apply. Housekeeping position. No experience needed. We'll train. Weekends required. You must have reliable transportation. People, the government's money tree is dying and the walls are getting full of places to sleep. What you gonna do? He almost had me until the housekeeping thing. Like, this is a housewife thing going on. But this is a Karen. Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna pretend this is not a Karen thing to say. But I'm gonna tell you something that if I were a company, like a proper fucking company, not a house looking for a housekeeping, okay? That's a different kind of job. No, I don't mean to disregard the work that you do as a housekeeper. It's simply that you have a different structure, okay? But if I run a company, like, say I run a fucking hardware shop, and I need to train, because you gotta train your fucking employees to work well in, like, any store. Like, it's not like they just walk into the counter and they are ready to work. Like, it takes almost any business, it takes like a lot of training. You know, you gotta learn everything that you sell. You gotta get used to the system, all that stuff. It takes like a decent month, 2 months, even longer depending on the job, to get the people that you just hired to be productive, okay? And if I know somebody that had a job, that had a stable job, they didn't lose their job and quit because they offered welfare during the COVID pandemic. They offered this in Argentina too. It wasn't very big, but I know in America and Europe it was like a very chunky piece of money. Like, if you got if you were unemployed during COVID, you were making like a decent amount of money. Not good money, but you know, you could live on it, kind of. And if I knew somebody that quit just because he knew that he could not work and take that money, I wouldn't take him. Not necessarily because of I hate welfare or anything like that. I just feel like you're not driven enough to work. Like you're gonna, as soon as you can find an easier way, you're gonna leave the company. You don't have any intention of like working your way up, of improving yourself. That's a character flaw, in my opinion. Like if you choose, because I don't wanna flame the people that actually lost their jobs legitimately because of COVID and took the welfare. Like you need that money to survive, okay? That's not your fault. But there was a lot of people that intentionally got fired or quit for that money, just so they wouldn't have to work for a few months. I got no respect for those people. Okay, next. Stop glamorizing the grind and start glamorizing whatever this is. This seems like a children's tale book. Why is the cat wearing pants? I don't get the joke. Like the guy's having a good time. That's the joke. Capitalists, there's a worker shortage. Scarcity increases value. Capitalists. Wait, what? Okay, I'm gonna tell you why that meme is actually not that wrong. You know, China. That's it. Like, yeah, people in America or wherever are not willing to work. There's a worker shortage on a bunch of fields. What happens? Your job goes to China. It doesn't increase the value of wages to bridge that demand. Your job goes abroad to people that are willing to work for a lot less. That's the sad reality of it. Okay, let's see. Can I find something cooler? What's this? Nobody wants to work anymore. Has big time. Girls don't want to date nice guys energy. I mean, yeah, like, okay. I think there is a hope deficit in this generation, in my generation. I see it everywhere. Like, people are hopeless and have no ambition nowadays. And that is true. Like, I don't wanna, like, just because I entertain what saying in that post, it's true. Like, people do live in a hope deficit right now. People don't want to do much of anything nowadays. Like, a lot of people are with that mindset. Like, whether you disagree or agree with those people, that's a fact, right? Whew. Working like tips is like dating for potential. Did you know? I'm gonna tell you a fucking funny fact. Did you know in Cuba, the communist country, in Cuba, the bellhop in a hotel makes hundreds of times more money than a neurosurgeon on Cuba? I know this is a tangent, but I think it's really funny. Because the neurosurgeon gets paid in the Cuban currency that's worth nothing. And the bellhop takes like American tourists into the hotel and they give him like $5 of a tip, $10, $20 of a tip. And the bellhop is like, for Cuban standards, he's making like freaking bank. And the neurosurgeon is like, studied all his life, he's extremely qualified, he works really hard, and he makes nothing. It's kind of funny. Okay, and this is what I actually wanted to see. Like, if you want to abolish work, what the hell are you gonna do? Does anybody else wish we could create a peaceful village away from a collapsing society? Like the Shire from the Hobbit, that's the mud huts that the midgets live in the Lord of the Rings, right? Where you get to be a farmer, a builder, people can fish and gather together for feasts. What would your ideal village look like? How would it operate? And he made a subreddit for it. I think I'm gonna get banned one of these days. Man, you actually got... Oh, wait! I was like, man, this thing is getting a lot of traction. And I look at the fucking subreddit. This guy, the same guy, the Kill and Foxtrot, the same guy. Oh my god! I thought this was over the course of weeks. This has... All of these things, all these fucking posts were done in the span of 4 hours by the same guy. But you shouldn't work. No, you shouldn't work. Working is bad. He's like having his little RP moment or something, I don't know, like there will always be time. But you get to be a farmer, you get to be a builder, people can fish and gather together. That's working. That is working. The option, the alternative to work you're offering is working. In what fuck reality universe we live in right now? Like, why is this subreddit doing so well? Like, why are we entertaining these people? They got no fucking idea how life works. You know, it reminds me of the fucking South Park scene where the hippies go, hey man, how we started a community where we got a person that makes bread and a person that takes care of the safety, and the kid goes, you mean like a baker and a cop? No man, no way, it's totally different. There's nothing like that, it's a new society.
Right now we're proving we don't need corporations. We don't need money. This can become a commune where everyone just helps each other. Yeah, we'll have one guy who makes bread, and one guy who he looks out for other people's safety.
You mean like a baker and a cop?
No, can't you imagine a place where people live together and provide services for each other in exchange for their services?
Yeah, it's called a town.
You kids just haven't been to college yet, but just you wait. This thing is about to get huge.
I don't know, man. Like, you know, I try to be respectful. I try to be entertaining of others' ideas. I like to be an open-minded guy, but you know, wherever you are in the political spectrum, whatever the side of the aisle you are in right now, like, I really hope you are not entertaining these people. Like, this is just crazy. This is the kind of people that entertain this idea, right? This guy, look, this is just 4 hours of his time. Look at this. He made like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. He made 21 posts more or less in 4 hours. He made his own subreddit of a fake town because he doesn't want to work. Like, his alternative to town is creating a fake fictional town. Like, he's trying to structure us. He might be schizophrenic. He's trying to structure a society. We need artists. Should we be allowed in New Hobbiton? This is a lolcow. Okay, this is a lolcow on the making. I think this is the next freaking Sony issue. This is crazy. You know what? I think if I wait a few weeks, this might be like a stream on its own, just looking at this guy. But I don't know what else to say, man. Like, don't be like these people. I know I like to make fun, and I might even post in the fucking Reddit of this place. But it's like, I might even post on the Reddit of this on this subreddit, the latest video I made, because ironically it really matches what these guys are doing. But but oh my god, dude. Okay, let's move on to something else, boys. Let's move on to something else. This is just, it's funny and sad. It's funny and sad, just like Sonny-chan, like Christian, you know.